Have you guys ever used a Korean keyboard? Well, the system is quite easy and very intuitive. You just press each consonants and vowels in order and it automatically combines them in a letter block. But because of this system, when you make a typo, it's very distinctive because it seems like a weird obscure word that you didn't know, or it just doesn't form as a letter block at all. Compared to English typo, you can see that it's very distinctive. But if you mess up one press, you might have to erase a whole letter and force you to write the entire letter from the beginning, because if a letter block is formed and moves on to the next letter, you can't erase a single consonant error but have to erase the entire thing. So these are the reason why Koreans make lots of typos more often than other languages, and also why people just leave them at that in most daily situations. So today, we're going to look at some Korean typos that are just used anyways. Now it became a universal slang. Now before we begin, typo in Korean is very easy to remember. It's typo in backwards. Op-ed, overpower YouTube. It's just ota. Yeah. Anyways, now I will introduce the ota 유행어. Try to guess the original word just for fun. First one, Wongme. This one is like a cute, friendly version of WTF. And it's a typo of 뭐임, which means what is this? If you mess up the order of im and the mium comes before the e, it becomes Wongme. Since the pronunciation of Wongme is kinda cute, people started to just use this intentionally in WTF situations, and now people sometimes just use Wongme too. Next is 오나전. 오나전 means totally, and it's a typo of 완전. Similar to Wongme, this happens when you mess up the order of wan, although this one is not used as often. Well, at least compared to the next one, 고나리. 고나리 is heavily used on female-based internet communities such as idol fan pages. It means something like control or boss around. It is used like 고나리 쩌네, which means boss around too much, or 고나리질, meaning to boss around. This one is typo of 관리, which means management or supervision, and happens when you mess up the order of 관. So it's used in situations like when person who is not the admin of that website acts like an admin, telling people what not to do, when it's not even the rules there. Now these two are basically the same thing, so let's look at them at once. 흑유 and 님유. These are typos of 흑유 and 님유. If you don't press a space between a consonant and a vowel, the computer recognizes them as one letter and combines them. Anyways, the 유 is a crying emote that resembles a crying eye, 흑 is a crying sound like sob, and 님 means sir or madam. So, 흑유 is just the extended version of crying emote, and 님유 is used when to call an honorable person with cries, like this. Next up, we have 제발, and it means please. It's a typo of 제발, which means please. Yeah. Moving on to something more interesting, we have 돋거. This one is peculiar because as people used it as a slang, it became something new to the original correct word 도적. 도적 is an old word for thief, but nowadays it is more known as the replacement of the English word rogue in RPG roles. And when people made this typo, 돋거, it meant that, naturally. But the meaning changed in time, and now it means to steal an idea or an art style. And since the typo were made by gamers, this one is mostly used in gaming communities. The last one is 이응 벗다. And it's funny because it looks like 옷 벗다, which means to take off clothes. It's a typo of 없다, which means not to have something. People just use it for fun. Anyways, these are all I have for this video, and thanks for watching it through the end. And if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you want more of these Korean slang and meme contents. Also, leave a comment of what you want to see next and I'll try to make it into a new video. Thanks for watching. Take care. 다음에 봐요.